Welcome to the fourth Kickstarter journal for the App Poet, Chicago Poets, a GPS-enabled arts magazine Kickstarter. Thank you for coming in and checking in with us today. We're 37% funded with 4 weeks left in our Kickstarter, and we're looking to you to help us accomplish those goals. With me today is Jesse Holzman from the Graduate Employees Organization. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for asking. Can you tell me a little bit about the organization?
Yeah, so the GEO, the Graduate Employees Organization at UIC, is basically made up of 1,400 graduate student teaching assistants and graduate assistants, so people who work in departments and such. So there's about 1,400 of us. We're totally member-run, minus 2 paid employees, and we're a union, so we work for our own contract, but we also have a major social justice initiative.
Can you talk a little bit about those initiatives?
Basically a campaign looking at some of the bigger issues surrounding education, like for instance high rates of tuition, large loans, access to higher education in general.
Of course. Great. And so using the technology, what you'll be able to do then is you'll be able to create hotspots where users will be able to walk through and see the issues that your organization cares about, right?
Absolutely. So we've kind of looked at this from a three-pronged perspective, focusing on like an individual, interactional, and more of an organizational, institutional stance. So on the individual level, we're really looking at engaging our members primarily in kind of like an information and knowledge-based campaign.
Great, so you're providing sort of assistance and guidance really at the ground floor for someone who might be walking into a building.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's really important. With the technology, what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to leave stories, poems, music, and video within a physical contextual space, which makes them more powerful. So we can have stories about immigration and immigrant voices in front of immigrant centers. It creates a community, it creates a back and forth. So out of curiosity, do you have some buildings in mind where you put the hotspots right now?
You could drop them anywhere around campus. There's a Latina Center, or a Latino Center in the middle of where all our lecture halls are, where there's butterflies up in support of Lulu. There's the Hull House, which is a major center focal point of the labor movement.
And so how would you use the technology on an institutional level?
So looking at the institutional level, we work a lot with a lot of different organizations and labor movements, but speaking on an institutional and organizational level, kind of looking at the structure of Chicago. Chicago has a huge labor history, or a history surrounding labor movements and that kind of stuff. So ultimately our ultimate goal would be to drop hotspots around Chicago, kind of focusing on major areas where labor movements or organizing has gone down.
So what is the next step for your organization in the coming year?
It's really getting this campaign up and running. So we really see using this app as a huge way to get our members involved. Technology is huge, and it keeps everybody integrated.
By using our GPS-enabled arts magazine and technology, what people will be able to do is ensure that their voices are heard, that their stories are heard. Whether you're on the corner in a community in Hyde Park, in Logan Square, in Wicker Park, or up in Avondale, anyone can have a story and can be heard with this technology. We'd like to thank the Graduate Employee Organization, the UIC, for coming and talking with us today. I'm very happy to check them out. Be sure to visit their website right here across the screen. We'd like to thank the Chicago Artist Resource for posting a story about us today. Also, we'd like to thank the Illinois State Comm Department for hosting us for a meeting, as well as the Illinois State English Department for putting a little byline for us in their newsletter. We're happy to announce and very thankful to you. We hit our 10,000th view on apppoet.org, so thank you for coming by and checking out what we're doing. We'll continue to provide excellent content about the digital humanities, application reviews, music reviews, and all the stuff that you are loving, including, of course, poetry. So we are, as I said at the beginning of the video, we are 37% funded and halfway through our Kickstarter. Every dollar that you donate helps to ensure that organizations like GEO is able to fulfill their mission and spread their news about their organization and different initiatives they're working on, but also to allow artists, musicians, poets, and other creatives share their beauty around the world. Both people, whether you're an activist or an artist, the two are almost inseparable, help to change the city, to make it something more beautiful and enjoyable for all of us. So every dollar you donate, we greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time and attention, and with your help, we'll be able to beautify Chicago step by step. Thank you.